Alright everybody, the Buffalo Bills get the job done against the Cincinnati Bengals, 34 Cincinnati, 39 Buffalo, and what a game this was, guys. We came back in the fourth quarter scoring 21 points to get the win over the Bengals, and yeah, we trailed for the majority of this game, guys. We definitely trailed, and man, guys, the defense came in clutch when it mattered the most, meaning later in the fourth quarter, to be exact, just like what they did against the Ravens. And yeah, Christian Benford, shout out to Christian Benford, man. He has been on it the past two games. He scored that pick six against the Steelers last week and scored another pick six against the Bengals today. So shout out to Christian Benford, man. He's definitely been on it. AJ Epinesa had another interception against Joe Burrow. And yeah, the defense today wasn't the best today, obviously. I mean, it's an offensive shootout, guys. Like I said, of course, the defense isn't really going to be effective. The first half, we got outcoached. Specifically on the defensive side of the ball today, we got outcoached. And Joe Burrow was nearly perfect when it comes to scoring drives. Like, they scored 3 of their 4 offensive possessions. So, yeah, in the first half defensively, we couldn't get really that much pressure on Joe Burrow. We were playing too conservative when it comes to coverages, giving Cincinnati too much cushion. Like, T. Higgins went off on us today. Almost had 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki had a good game today for the Bengals. Those are the 2 guys, like, that just, we had a hard time covering. And I thought Jamar Chase was going to be Cincinnati's leading receiver for this game. Turns out it was Mike Gesicki and T. Higgins. So yeah, now let's get down to our offense. This offense today, really efficient today for the majority of this game. Josh Allen, man, was phenomenal today. Made some great plays. Had a 40-yard rushing touchdown to help us get back in the game. Like, Josh Allen, man, he carried this team today. Superman Josh Allen was in this game, and he did just that. He did make Superman throws, Superman plays. Like, Josh Allen had a phenomenal game today. It just had a phenomenal game, really efficient, made the plays. Like, Josh was on it today, man. Shout out to Josh Allen. So, yeah. And James Cook today, yes, he did fumble the ball in the second half on our second offensive drive. We fumbled right at the goal line. Fumbled twice, actually. One where he, tried to stick out right. One where he tried to, break the plane to go over the goal line and just got knocked out. And then, as soon as we're about to score a touchdown, James Cook fumbles the ball at the goal line. So, wasn't a perfect game by James Cook, but it was just efficient enough to get his stats effective, to get him effective, and to help us winning this game. So, man, what did I just say there? But anyways, you know what I'm saying, guys. James Cook, I feel like had a decent game. Of course, he rushed for 80 yards on 18 carries. So, yeah. And then today, I gotta give a shout to Joe Brady. He utilized the tight ends really well. Dawson Knox had one of his best career games. And Dalton Kincaid's back in this game, guys. Dalton Kincaid is back in this game. Had a few receptions for 41 yards like that. 141. And shout out to Dalton Kincaid too. He's back in this game after his hamstring injury. Yeah, he made some plays that are definitely effective, and one being a passing touchdown from Josh Allen. So that's incredible. Welcome back, Dalton Kincaid. And again, shout out to Joe Brady for utilizing the tight ends really well. Guys, we pretty much threw the ball to almost all of our guys, all of our receivers. This was a game where literally everybody ate today. The everybody eats offense definitely was in effect today. So yeah, guys. So anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the stats for this game. So Josh Allen completed 22 of his 28 passes, 251 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, got sacked 3 times, which, speaking of the offensive line, Ryan Vandemark, who was still in substituting for Spencer Brown because of his shoulder injury. Ryan Vandemark didn't really have a great game, had a couple of holding penalties against him. Yeah, just didn't, from what I was watching from Ryan Vandemark, didn't really have that great of a game today. I mean, he's less experienced. So I'll definitely cut him some slack because of his less experience, and only substituting when Spencer Brown comes back. So yeah, just gonna mention that about Ryan Vandemark. So yeah, this is one of his first few games. So yeah, trying to get the learning experience in. So yeah, James Cook, like I said, had 80 yards on 18 carries. No touchdowns though. So yeah, Josh Allen had 9 carries for 78 yards in that long 40-yard rushing touchdown, which is the longest rushing touchdown of his career in terms of being in the regular season. Remember, he had that 52-yard rushing touchdown against the Steelers. So, yeah. Ty Johnson had a couple carries for 25 yards. And, guys, if it wasn't for Ty Johnson slipping in the snow on our first offensive drive, that would have been a touchdown, too. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, Josh Allen had a 139.7 passer rating. So, just comes to show you how Josh Allen's been and what Josh Allen's been in this game. So, yeah, Josh was phenomenal today. So, yeah. Receiving, man. Like I said, Joe Brady did a really good job when it comes to utilizing the tight ends, including Dawson Knox. 6 receptions for 93 yards. And then we got Dalton Kincaid, like I said. Welcome back after the hamstring injury. 4 receptions for 41 yards and a passing touchdown. Yeah, James Cook had two receptions for 31 yards. Gabe Davis had a couple receptions for 21 yards. Terrell Shavers had a reception for 16 yards. Keon Coleman had a couple catches for 16 yards. Khalil Shakir had a couple catches also for 16 yards. And a passing touchdown, which that passing touchdown, man, he just threaded the needle, man. Rolled out to his right and completely, just threw it to Shakir in a tight spot. So, yeah. Ty Johnson had a couple of receptions for 14 yards, and Jackson Hawes had a touchdown catch that pretty much helped us seal the deal and pretty much won the game. So, yeah, man, we utilized almost everybody today. The only receiver that didn't have anything was Brandon Cooks. So, yeah, and then the defense today wasn't really the best today. Like I said in the first half, I feel like we got out-coached. Bobby Babish, man, in my opinion, just got out-coached the first half. I feel like I saw Sean McDermott at one point have a play sheet for defense. So, yeah, I've been hearing Sean McDermott has been calling plays instead of Bobby Babish. And if that's the case, man, then he has to go. Shout out to Christian Benford and AJ Epinesa for picking off Joe Burrow late in the fourth quarter. That helped us win the game. And Joe Burrow, man, I felt like he had an really efficient game today. And in this game continues to show why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like I said, he's coming off of an injury. His first game back was against the Ravens on Thanksgiving night. So, yeah, Joe Burrow completed 25 out of his 36 passes, 4 passing touchdowns total, 2 picks, and a sack, which Christian Benford was the one who sacked Joe Burrow. Yeah, like I said, T. Higgins pretty much cooked us. Same with Mike Gesicki. Jamar Chase had 5 receptions for 44 yards. Those were your leading receivers. Man, our defensive line, I feel like, got out physical in a way. There were some plays where we just got out physical at times on defense, where Joe Burrow had a lot of time in the pocket. We barely pressured him. That was in the first half. And then in the second half, we rushed 7 guys, and we still couldn't get to Joe Burrow. He would just, get out of the pocket, throw it to a touchdown. So, Joe Burrow, man, it was hard to sack him, of course, in this game. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to the offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. I feel like the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line did an outstanding job when it comes to pass protection. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but from what I watched, when we rushed 7 guys and we still couldn't sack Joe Burrow, it's like, holy cow, is this offensive line playing that good? So, man. So shout out to the Bengals offensive line. I felt like they played a really phenomenal game. Played a really, really good game. So yeah. Jamar Brown had a rushing touchdown. T. Higgins had a couple passing touchdowns. Mike Gesicki had a passing touchdown. Chase Brown also had a passing touchdown too. So, yeah, the Bengals offense, man, in this game shows why they're one of the most entertaining offenses to watch. One of the most entertaining offenses to watch in the league with Burrow. Yeah, so guys, shout out to the offense, man. Cincinnati, the Bengals are a team that I have a lot of respect for Cincinnati Bengals, and yeah. So again, if any of you Cincinnati fans are watching this, good game to you guys. This was a really fun game. It was looking like you were going to have this win, but it was a fun one. But at the end of the day, I think for the future, Joe Burrow, in my opinion, is definitely going to bring this team back to the playoffs at one point. It's just, if the matter of fact is, can they avoid injuries? So, if the Cincinnati Bengals can just stay healthy, which unfortunately they just haven't been able to do that the past few years, if y'all could just stay healthy and just improve your defense, you guys would be a playoff team. 39 points. I felt like the play calling from Joe Brady today was really good, like I said, especially using the tight ends against the Cincinnati Bengals defense that struggles when it comes to covering tight ends. That's absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, shout out to Josh Allen. Phenomenal game. And, yeah, guys, so that's all I gotta say, man. Next up, we got the New England Patriots, which that game will most likely determine the AFC East. Big game next week, guys. Big game next week. Then we got the Cleveland Browns, which Cleveland's defense is good, man. We gotta go up against Myles Garrett. And then we got the Philadelphia Eagles. At the start of the season, I didn't really feel like at the start of the season we're going to beat Philadelphia, which they are the defending Super Bowl champions. But I've watched them, and, you know, with Kevin Patullo's inconsistent play calling, we have a chance if we can take advantage of it. That goes to the defense, too. If we can just take advantage, make the stops necessary, I feel like we can definitely put up a fight and be in contention for the win against the Eagles. And then we got the Jets on Week 18, which will be our final regular season game in our stadium. So yeah, guys, we got Fantasy's final 4 weeks strong. We got the Patriots, the Browns, the Eagles, and the Jets. So let's just wait and see what happens. Yeah, we're 9-4, and let's just wait and see what happens next week, guys. Next week's going to be a big game in terms of who's going to win the division. So, anyways, guys, this is Preston signing off. Peace out. Go Bills.